What do you do when you have a leaky tire in your riding lawnmower? So my back tire here, you can see it, it's a little soft. It's just a slow leak. It doesn't just go flat. This one stays nice and full. All right, we're gonna use this product, the Slime 2-in-1. So it's a repair as well as a preventative, because it'll stay in the tire, and in case it gets a little puncture, it will fill that gap and keep it from leaking air. Now, the first thing you're going to have to do is get the tire valve core out of it. We're going to open up the cap. Normally you would use this lid to get your valve core out, but mine, there's a little slime on there, but as you can see, it's been kind of sheared off because I've used it a few times already. So I cannot use this cap any longer. So let me show you what I've come up with. Picked up this awesome tool off of Amazon. It is a tire valve core remover tool, and it's just built really well. You can just tell good quality products, right? This is very precision. I think it's going to do a great job. All right, so you take this, get it lined up with the core in there. All right, a little better view here. So you'll use your tool, get that on there to seat in to it. You'll feel it when it goes. And you go lefty-loosey. And you're gonna hear the air come out of it once you get it free. There it goes. And there is your tire valve core. That's it. So this is the little plunger that pushes it down so that it can let air in, and then it pops back up to not let air out. All right, you want to make sure this stuff is shook up pretty good. And then you're just attaching it to the valve stem here. All right, a little better view here. You can see it, and you're just squeezing in this slime. Never sure exactly how much to put in, so this is a pretty big tire. You're not really hurting it if you have too much. It's just gonna be in the tire, and then any future punctures or leaks are gonna get filled kind of automatically, so it's sort of a win-win situation. All right, and then just pull that off. And I just have a Q-tip just to kind of get some of the excess out of there. I don't think it's a problem to have that, but just seems like you wouldn't want too much for extra slime. All right, now you're just going in reverse. You're gonna take your valve core and just stick it back in. Take your tool. Righty-tighty. Get it in there nice and tight. Obviously you don't want to over tighten. Just nice and tight, and you're ready to go, ready to fill the air back up. Get your air in there. Now what I like to do is just drive it around slowly. You've basically got that slime in the tire now, and as you drive around, the slime will kind of find its way to the leak, and it'll actually plug it up, and you're gonna be good to go. If it's very flat, then I just sort of push it back and forth, try to make sure it gets right over the hole or the leak in the tire, so just to make sure that it's filling it. You might have to fill with air a few times to really kind of get it fully sealed up. Whenever it stops leaking, I'll let it sit for a little while just to let that dry so I don't disturb what's filled the hole. Let that get nice and dry and hardened so that it'll stay, and you should be good to go. So another thing I just realized about this tool is that when you get this pressed in there, you can see this, you push that in, it actually stays hooked in there. So that little plunger, so there's a little hole inside the tool, and that plunger will fit right on in there, and it's not going to come out for that reason. So that really helps when you're pulling it out of the tire valve stem. This gives it some resistance so that you can pull it out of there. And then it easily pulls out of it. So another reason to really love this tool. So this tool is great. Again, very precision. It's made of stainless steel, so it's not going to rust on you. It's a good size too. It's not so small that you're going to lose it, but it's not so big that it's ridiculous, right? So this is highly recommended. And we have the Slime 2-in-1 tire and tube premium sealant. It says that it'll seal it for 2 years. Definitely will stop the slow leaks. That's what we just were addressing. Again, this is a really great product. I highly recommend it. I will put a link for this product into the description. I'll also put a link for this valve core tool remover. All right, thanks for watching.